All right, we're back. Welcome to another voyage. Welcome to another journey. It is Thursday, August the 8th. Hope everyone is doing well. Welcome again to another voyage. Welcome to At the Helm with Kelly and Wayne.
I'm Kelly.
You always forget.
I'm Kelly.
I'm Wayne.
And my lighting is off. My
Just a little bit.
My
ring light
broke, so I need to order me another one.
So yeah, studio issues, but we are here this evening. And hopefully everyone is doing well.
Thank you.
Hopefully everyone has made it and weathered the storm today. Everyone is making it through the weather. Hope everyone has power. I don't think we lost power today, did we?
We did not lose power today. My mom lost power today out in Apex, so hopefully everybody in that area is back on and back into the light. We do it every week.
I do. I have to get it on there and have to hit the mute button. So, all right. Lots been happening since the last time we were here.
Oh my goodness, it's been a slow news week. It's been a slow news cycle.
Oh my gosh. Who's tired of the news cycle? Who was ready? There's 88 days left before this election. Who was ready for it to be over with? I'm
ready.
I'm ready. I'm tired.
Yeah, we thought about, I had a little, I don't know, I was in my feelings a little bit when they forced Joe Biden out, like Donald Trump is saying. They forced him out.
They put him out.
But I'm feeling pretty good about this Harris Walz combination. So I'm in it. I am learning just on my Facebook feed this week. What I already knew is that everybody's not engaged. Black people are not a monolith. We don't all think the same. I would think we would all want to live, but even that's not the case. All skin folk and kinfolk. But again, these are things that we knew. Harriet Tubman could not even save everybody. So we're not going to be able to save everybody. So we're going to take the people who want to go. And we are going to continue to move this country forward. Again, I say it all the time. I am a one-issue voter. The issue is I want to live.
Yes.
I don't want anybody actively plotting my demise. So I don't buy into this lesser of two evils because, only one side wants to feed children.
Yeah.
One side wants women to have bodily autonomy. One side wants people to have health care. One side is giving Black farmers their just due.
Mm-hmm. One side is making sure that people have Medicaid.
Yeah.
And really,
one side is forgiving student loan debt. Yeah. None of those things sound evil to me.
And one, really, it don't take much. TV happened to be on today. And one side was giving a press conference. And it's really hard to listen. There's no policy. Really, just listen to what the people say.
Yeah, and I was just waiting for, the outpouring of concerned people concerned about his cognitive demise, just the rambling going on, just how old he is, things that push people out of elections. And I did not hear any of that. I haven't heard any of that today. He is still the oldest person ever right now running for president.
No.
So
nobody talks about old people no more.
Nobody cares about age anymore.
Notice
how that works.
Not one bit.
Notice how that works. Again, they are super, super good at winning the narrative, except this week. They're not able to make anything stick this week
No,
to Vice President Harris. I mean, they want to, I guess, hang their hat on, is she black or not? So
yeah.
I mean, they can have that. I mean, we are, especially here, we live in the South. We know what's black. So I don't even really understand that. So hey Darlene, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what's, and it's weird because I've heard in several days 2 complaints against candidate Vice President Harris. One is all she did was lock up black people in San Francisco. That was her job. That's all she wanted to do, and she lived on it. And then today I heard she was soft on crime. So I don't know how you can be both. I don't know how you can lock up people and put people in jail and get rid of cash bail and just, I mean, you destroyed so many lives. But then today you were soft on crime. So yeah, I don't know how they're gonna make that work, but I'm pretty sure they'll try. And there'll be some that believe and some that
because I mean, what I am finding is that there is this cognitive dissonance, like people somehow separate themselves from what's happening. Like people who have been involved with the criminal justice system are saying they're not going to vote. Teachers who are, facing going into the classroom, not having what they need, they are either not going to vote or they're going to vote for the candidate who wants to dismantle the Department of Education.
yes.
So again, it's these things that make me shake my head and almost want to have a conversation, but we're not going to pull everybody with us. It's never been the majority who may change. It's always been like a silent minority. So I just have to keep that in mind so that I can keep my sanity over these next 88 days. But I might engage in some things on social media where it's just outright just preachers, pastors talking about Kamala Harris, pastors who have lawyers in their congregation.
Yes.
And I know these lawyers know. I know they know. This don't make no sense. So you can't be a defense lawyer because you can't defend people who have done things wrong and cause them to go to jail if they're black. And you also can't be the prosecutor.
Can be both.
Who are prosecuting people for doing things wrong, like Kamala Harris, who was prosecuting sex offenders and
rapists,
corporate greed people who were guilty of those things, and maybe some black. I mean, let's look at the population of California. But these are things that can all be fact checked. So again, like I always say, black people is the base of the Democratic Party, and so black people are going to be targeted. Yep. And depending on where you lie, where you are, you may get caught up in the disinformation, but you ain't got to stay there. Nope. I'm open to having any conversation with anybody. And it's just me. These will just be my views, but I'm going to give you facts. It's
going to be a factual conversation.
And we can have different opinions, but we cannot have different facts.
Can't do it.
Yeah. So anyway, I rushed in here with 3 minutes to spare. I took Aubrey to volleyball practice. She's back doing that again. So we were at the Y. And I noticed it's been raining, so I hope everybody's been safe in this rain. I know here in our local area there was a tornado that came through in one of the counties in North Carolina, and at least one person from when I was watching the news earlier has lost their life. So prayers go out to that family. I hope everybody is hunkered down, staying safe. I think here in North Carolina we should be through the worst of it by tomorrow afternoon. But I was gonna say I was at the Y, and there was a dry spell, but there was a mom and 2 children outside, and the one child was maybe just learning how to walk, so maybe 18 months, and then there was like the other one maybe between 2 and 3, but they were squatted down, they were playing in the water, in the puddle of water. And the little one just had a handful of, the water he could grab that was like falling through his hands, and he was putting the water in his mouth. And I was like, somebody grandma ain't talked to them about ringworms, and it shows. Do we talk about ringworms anymore? Am I just to the age where these are just old things? Are people talking about ringworms anymore?
It is old.
I'm just old. So.
But I mean, that is a real thing. So,
but I enjoyed seeing just the joy and the freeness of the children who they had their little one had on rain boots, one had on Crocs. So this little one, the little one is gonna have some wet feet, like things that I hate. But it was just a joy seeing them do that. So yeah, so Ari she's going back to volleyball practice, so we're doing that. We hope the weather holds out for, I'm gonna say our children. I normally say Wayne's kids. Wayne's kids that will be leaving on a cruise. So we hope that the weather just holds out and they're able to travel safely, get there and back.
Yes.
Wayne and I will have all of the grandchildren next week. So we already know that we have children young for a reason. So y'all just kind of stay with us, pray with us.
Yes.
While we deal with those grandbabies.
Send money. I'll put my cash app in the chat.
Check on us.
See if we're
drooling in a corner.
Yes, and the children.
We will be outnumbered.
The children have taken over.
Yep.
I might be here by myself with all the kids. Somebody might just decide to up and go to the store. I might decide to go get a loaf of bread. I'll be back going to get some bread. Yes.
I'll be back because they were all here this week on Monday. The children decided that we need to have family dinners again. They decided they would be here on Monday. So
somebody needed a good cooked meal every now.
They were here Monday. I'm not the cook. I'm just providing the space.
Yeah.
And probably the food because that's how they do us.
Yeah. It's really just a scheme. They just really try to finesse us, really.
Right.
To buy food.
Like we don't know.
Yeah.
Like we don't know. Luckily, we don't mind spending time with them.
They're not fooling nobody.
But not all of them at the same time. So at one point, I was in my room
with the door closed.
By myself.
I looked around and I was like, I know exactly where she is.
It was so much. I was overstimulated. It was too much was going on.
Yes.
But yeah, so.
Yes, busy. And we kind of talked today and this week about, not wanting this to turn into just a political podcast. But I mean, really, that's what's kind of happening in the world. And we do want to, make that part of this. But at the same time, everybody needs a little break and everybody needs to get away from that every now and then. So last weekend, we also had, you went to a good, what do you call it? Register to vote, how to vote. It was the training you went to?
Yeah, it was a, you can vote. You can
vote training, yeah. Which where you have a lot of good information.
I learned quite a bit in there.
Yes.
I'm ready to get you all registered to vote. So
yes. And that's one thing that everybody needs to make sure of. We keep hearing purging people off the voter registration roll. So again, make sure you go to Wake County Board of Elections, you put your name in, put your family member's name in, and
put that in the chat.
Make sure that they are on the roll because there are reports and there's concerns that may be one thing that takes place as part of this voter suppression is purging people off the roll. So we want to make sure we get them on there. And while you were at your not get out to vote. Well,
you can vote.
You can vote. I don't know why. While you were at your You Can Vote, I had an opportunity to participate in a wonderful, wonderful conference called Label Me King. I think it was their second annual Label Me King conference that was last Saturday from 9 to 1, 10 to 1. And it was amazing. Shout out to Tiffany Ford, Christina Mile, their sisters, family, their husbands, brothers, cousins, friends, all of those who put that on and orchestrated and organized that. It was an amazing, amazing event. I think you can probably go to, I don't know, maybe one of their Facebook pages, but I know Lovers of Parable has a Facebook page. They had some videos. They had some dynamic speakers. and there were probably, I don't know, 30 young black males, young boys that were there. And of course, they were amazing as well. But this event is just put together, well put together, to encourage them, to remind them of who they are, to remind them that one label that they do need to never forget, that they are royalty, that they are a king, and they can be and do whatever they want to do. So it's enjoyed the inaugural event last year. I was grateful to be part of that then, and grateful to be part of it again this year. So prayerfully, next year I can be of some assistance with them as well to keep that going. But again, that's a wonderful event. It's called Label Me King. You probably can find it somewhere. Google it, put it on Facebook or something. You can find some videos or something of it. But it was a wonderful, encouraging, positive event. So again, shout out to Tiffany Ford and Reverend Christina Mile and others. Don't want to miss. There was a lot of people that made that happen.
And right now you are in the very exclusive club of someone who has been to all of them so far.
Yes, I am. So yes, so I want to keep that going.
Just show up, even if they
Yeah,
don't
even
invite you,
yeah.
just
I
show
mean,
up.
yeah. I'm gonna be there just to
Tiffany's
support.
coming.
I'm coming to support. So send out, yeah, send out. But yeah, again, it's just wonderful to see those types of things that we need to continue to encourage and lift up our young people, to let them know, how valuable they are and how much value they have in life. So we're grateful for that. And on that note, we will be having a worship, and I know I'm gonna mess it up. Worship with the arts. What did I fly you say? Worship with the arts.
I think it's worship arts.
Worship arts. But we are having a few workshops. We're going to have them at Shepherd's Flock Baptist Church. You can go to our Facebook page. You can go to our website. We'll have some information on there.
The Facebook page is www.shepherdsflockbc.com.
Yes, so you can go there and check that out. But we're going to be having some workshop sessions to teach spoken word,
liturgical
dance,
vocal,
singing, and
drama.
Yes, so we're going to have those 4 workshop settings. So if anyone is interested in being part of that, coming to learn, if you have something to bring, if you have a gift to bring to that, we invite you to come.
And we're looking for young people, but we'll take their parents.
Yep.
We'll
take adults, yeah, all ages, but we're looking for young people. And the first session will be next Saturday at Shepherd's Flock Church at 1004 Calvin Street.
Hit us up.
Oh.
Yeah. Go to the webpage for more information.
Yeah, go to the webpage. Okay. All right. I won't say that.
That's okay.
Oh.
Hit up our webpage.
Yeah. And it's going to lead into the Fall Fest. But
it'll be in Durham. On the so if you are local to Durham.
Yeah. Okay.
That is?
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay.
But yeah, hopefully we can get the young people out. It's going to lead into our Fall Fest, which we will be having on the 4th Saturday in September. I think that's September 28th.
Yep.
So we'll be leading into that, where we have our community event. We'll reach out, invite the community.
Yeah, and for that event, we will also be looking for choirs, praise dance teams, spoken word artists. If you already do that and you don't need the training, that's fine. Yes. Contact us and you can come. That is the day that we provide food, clothing, and resources to the people in our community around our church. Everything is free of charge. So yeah, it takes all of us. It takes all of us to make sure that the community knows that we have not forgotten about them, and that we are there to serve them. And I don't know, this is that just brings me to something that I saw on again social media this week, where one of the mega pastor and his wife, after 33 years, are getting a divorce. And so there was some conversation about how big the house was that they lived in, and is that godly? So people have a lot of opinions about what pastors should and should not do and have. It's mostly people who don't go to church and people who just looking for a reason not to go to church, and they say, this is why I don't go to church. But I mean, some of those things are valid, and it did invoke conversation, both around here and with my friends about, I guess, winning in the court of public opinion, and should you even be concerned about that? But you don't. I mean, a $2 million house is quite a bit. I mean, I don't know if you need a theater, but they're nice. Like, I would like to have one. But I mean, the bottom line when it comes to us is I work 40 hours a week. I'm probably going to do pretty much what I want to do. What I want to do. I don't ask anybody other than, Wayne, if you want to share your money with me. He worked 40 hours too.
Yes,
just things
sometimes more.
Sometimes more. But there's certain things, like there are some pastors who don't work, and the only thing they do, and I mean, pastoring is a 24-hour, 7-day-a-week job.
Yes.
So pastors who work 40 hours somewhere else is really going above and beyond. They can exceed expectation every year. I don't know if y'all know. I don't know who does the performance review. But if you're working 40 hours a week and you're pastoring, you're doing the most. Like, you're doing a whole lot.
Definitely doing.
You are doing a whole lot. But I mean, those are the people who God has called. They've said God has called them, and they find a way to do it. But the conversation always goes back to, I don't know, people want the pastors to be poor, I guess. We can talk about that. But let me know. Sister Sherry, how you doing? Sister Marguerite, how you doing? Marguerite, we will definitely get together to find out what we can do in September. We need to pull this together, this rock the vote soiree. Can it be a soiree?
Is that
party? No, this is still Facebook. This is Facebook.
Oh, how come they ain't showing up on here?
I don't know. But yeah. So yeah, we were just talking about pastors, preachers, since I'm sitting beside one, and people having opinions about what they
should or shouldn't do,
what they should do, what they shouldn't do, what they should have, what they shouldn't have. And I'm just saying, if y'all want to come worship with us,
come on.
I don't know if we're doing it right, because we don't have a $2 million house. I don't know. But we do love Jesus. We love the Lord. We love his people. We want people to get the word of God in them.
We got 15,000 people in.
We don't have a 15,000 member. And I ain't saying nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying that's just not what we do. And if you're looking for something a little different, pastors here.
Yeah. And maybe you can help us get right and do right. I don't know. We do
come
what we do.
Come to the imperfect church.
Yeah.
And help us.
Yeah, help us move toward I don't want to even say that.
But yeah, yes. Y'all let me know. Let us know in the chat what you think about anything we talked about tonight.
Yes.
And I say that, I work so that I can do the things that I like to do. And I just want to say that one of my coworkers passed away suddenly. So this is somebody who left work one day. And I'm not talking, I've told the story about 10 years ago. I'm talking about last week. And so we want to be mindful that this is the life that we have. We pour everything we have into our jobs, into our children, into our spouses. But just make sure that you are taking some time for yourself. And this is why you cannot be concerned about the court of public opinion, because people are going to talk about you, whether you're doing good or you're doing bad. That reminds me, Trump at the NABJ, people just talking. So this is kind of how my head spins. But I just want to stay right here with take that paid time off. Like,
use it.
If you use it. So yeah, that's what I will be doing on next week. So my condolences to my coworker's family. I know that she had at least one daughter, and she was out shopping with her and her mom, and things happened. So condolences to the family, but take care of yourself, and just know that the next minute is not promised. We always say tomorrow's not promised. The next minute is not promised to us. So make sure that you are living your best life, that you are not living this life trying to be a people pleaser, because you will never please everybody. We are finding that out in this Kamala Harris campaign right now. You're not going to be able to please everybody.
Nope.
But you do the best that you can. You continue to do what you think is right. And enjoy this one life that you have, and take care of this one body that you have. So
Yes.
that could have been my disembarkation.
It was way too long.
Oh, okay. All right. Mine is normally short.
Yeah. But it was good. It was good. We did have some homework assignments. The last couple sessions we had, the last couple of voyages we were on. We did encourage everyone to get a SiriusXM subscription while
I think
they
I heard
were.
somebody say it's free now. So it was $1, but it may be free now
Somebody gonna be mad because they had to pay $1. But anyway,
for 3 months.
yes, get your subscription. And if anybody got the subscription, how you liking channel 126? How you like channel 74? Smokey's channel. How you like channel 50? How you like channel 43, 45, 46, 7?
Sirius XM Radio.
Yeah, Sirius XM Radio.
Who is calling me? Somebody who doesn't follow us and know that every other Thursday between 8 and 9 o'clock we are unavailable.
Yes.
Why is my telephone ringing?
And I hope she see.
Why is my telephone ringing?
I hope they see this. I didn't mean to say.
They not on Facebook.
I mean, yeah, but they don't.
But I'll let her know.
Yeah, let them know. Yeah,
I'll let them know.
Yeah, if they ain't here on this voyage,
right?
Yeah.
So
please. But again, anyone who has got that subscription, let us know how you like it. It is all day long, good information, factual information, and it is definitely it's definitely worth free. It's worth $1. It's worth for the regular subscription. So definitely do that. And that's a good good Christmas present too. That's a good present to give someone. Give them a couple months subscription.
Whether they like music or they like comedy or they like talk radio. I mean, SiriusXM has everything.
Disney Tunes, they have everything. So looks like did we freeze? Are we good?
Oh, it looks like we are. This weather is bad, so it looks like we are buffering a little bit. I don't know.
The last time we were doing that, we were on our way to DC, so we don't want that. So
y'all let us know if we're still here.
Let us know. Are we moving? Are we stuck? Are we stiff?
Has the weather passed you all over? Is it still raining where you are?
Yeah, again, so I hope everyone is well with the weather, and hope everyone is safe and at their home. So we are grateful for all of that. All of that.
Okay.
All righty. Next on the agenda.
We're just having a conversation. I don't know. I didn't know if anybody was going to.
Is anybody chiming in?
No.
Letting us know.
They're letting us lead it. They're letting us lead the conversation.
Letting us lead the conversation. How are y'all liking this new ticket? How are y'all liking? Anybody excited? Did anybody join any of the 8, 9, 10 groups that have gotten together for VP, Vice President Kamala Harris? The Black women started it off, and then like always,
Black women gonna save this democracy.
Yep, they're gonna lead. And then seemed like everybody else kind of got in line, and they're still having them. So was anybody did anybody get involved in any of those? Anybody go to them? Hearing the good information.
So I of course I joined the Win with Black Women. I was on that one, but this I think Monday night, seems like a long week. Monday night I was on the one with the Black Church, Win with the Black Church. And this is the problem with opening it up with everybody because there were some people in there, definitely some trolls in the chat, just dropping in, and this one or two people, and all they wanted to talk about, they kept dropping like they were copying and pasting the same thing about abortion, 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 abortion. And we're talking about lifting people out of poverty. We're talking about getting people health care. We're talking about continuing to move this country forward. And there was this one troll in there, and I don't know why they didn't kick her out. But other than that, I thought I was glad to see that the Black church was on board with getting involved in this election, this campaign. And I know there are some people who say, I don't want to hear about politics in church. I don't know what Jesus they was following because he was absolutely political. Now we're not going, you don't want to hear partisan politics in church. But if your pastor ain't talking about politics in church, you might want to find a church that where somebody's concerned about your soul in heaven and also your body here on earth.
Yes.
So I was glad to see that there were so many pastors who came together. The only thing, and this is personally for me, because you know I got this ADHD thing, I can't be on a call with y'all for 3 hours. Like I can't, and it's like I don't want to miss any of the information, but I can't sit on this call for 3 hours. Like, can we get the let's be pithy, and you know that when pastors, all of them think that their voice is the most important, so everybody's going over their time. Let's be respectful of people's time. Let's get this information out. Let's have the church be the headlights and not the tail light, like Dr. Martin Luther King said more than 50 or 60 years ago. So I was glad to be on that call and to see that the church, like we normally do, like Souls to the Polls, you don't normally hear a lot about churches getting involved, but churches, it is imperative. There are some, and again, the Black church is not going to be a monolith, but everybody on that, most of the people on the call that night on the Black church, they were all on the same boat, that we want to continue to move this country forward. We want to continue to live, because y'all know that's my one issue. I'm a one issue voter. I want to live. I want to live. I want to continue to live here.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want no issues. That's my issue. That's my one issue. So people who continue to want there to be safety for everybody in this country. So yeah, I don't know. How did the call with the white dudes for Kamala go?
It went good. It was good. They were we had a lot of actors on there, and I guess they think maybe they think everybody knows who they are. I wish they would have put names on them because I didn't know half of them. I didn't know really none of them.
That's the caucasity of white men, though.
Yeah, they just think, I guess.
Just so arrogant. You just think people just know you.
People know you. They didn't put their names on them. They didn't announce them. They didn't say who this person was. But it was a lot of good energy. And again, it was, stayed kind of, again, that focus of moving the country forward, coming together, supporting. And so it was good. And I enjoyed the one with the church too. And for the most part, I think the pastors did pretty good. The moderators did a good job of getting them on and off. So they did a good job of coming on saying, okay, we ain't giving you, you don't have 20 minutes.
But they did allow some. You could tell who their favorites were.
Oh, they did.
Because some they cut off mid-sentence. Yeah. Some they let continue to go on for like 10 minutes. I'm like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
Say what you got to say. It don't take you long to say, get out the vote.
Yeah.
And tell us why. What's your issue? Is it economics?
Yes.
Is it climate change? Is it poverty? Just tell us what your thing is. What's the one thing that's making you get out in this campaign and vote?
Yes. So it's been good. It was good. Enjoyed being on there, seeing there was a lot of high profile preachers that came through too. A lot of big name preachers that came through and took time to come in to share and to give their opinions and give their thoughts and support. And I think that's crucial. Like you said, a lot of people think internet, a lot of people feel like, that is not the space, and they kind of, again, reiterated the importance of the church and to get this information out and to be, that used to be the place. That used to be the place where people got their information. And now we live in this social media world, TikTok world, that, 10-second 15, 20-second video.
Everybody's got an opinion.
Yes. And
it don't have to be fact checked. You just out here saying stuff.
Yeah, just say stuff and people, get a lot of information that way. So
and can I just say, so algorithms, we talk about algorithms. That's why we ask y'all to follow our page, follow the At the Helm page, like, share, because algorithms matter. So sometimes you have these people, especially if their page is public and it's a paid page, people will post things on that page just to get traffic to the page, because the more we comment, the more money they're making. So you will have some people who post things that they don't even believe.
Oh, yeah.
Only to guide traffic to that page. Because once you get on that page and you start arguing with somebody going back and forth, the person who posted it, if it is a monetized page, they're getting paid for every engagement. So again, that's how the Facebook algorithms work. So protect your peace, protect your time. We don't have a lot of it. Don't engage and don't waste it on a page that somebody posted just to get you there so they can make money. I just thought I'd throw that out there.
Yeah. I heard Lamont King. I heard Lamont say, talking about that the other day, about how, of course, money is for the advertisement for all of these political parties and ads and things. So what they have done is just like you said, instead of trying to pay all this money getting on TV and commercials, they do some of that. But they also realize who some of the content creators are and who has a lot of followers. So they reach out to them and say, okay, we'll pay you a little bit of money. Go out here. Like you said, go on to these pages, go on to these platforms and just put stuff out there. They get paid for that. Even Roderick said that he got paid one time too for some wings, because he was on his podcast talking about how good they were at Buffalo Wild Wings. So they actually said, hey, how about come on and do this for us? And he was like, sure. So he was like, even on that level, how they do that to promote that. So definitely people are doing those things. So
just know that there's 88 days left. And for the next 88 days, you will be inundated with information. You will be inundated with information, and you will be inundated with misinformation, and you will be inundated with disinformation. So just be aware. Be aware. Know your stance. Don't argue with we can't bring everybody. We can't. These people who think the earth is flat and it's got force, we can't bring them. They're not coming back.
Some people don't want to come.
They're not coming back. Don't argue with them. Okay? But the people who may be registered to vote and who just haven't voted, who haven't felt compelled to vote, make sure that you're talking to them and getting out the vote. You and 10 people.
Yes.
We have somebody in this house that had a nerve to say they weren't going to vote.
They're going to live here.
Bro, what? What are you talking about?
They're going to live here.
And this is how I know the campaign for young Black people is real, because that he should have known not to come down these stairs and talk to us about not voting. So it's real. It is really real. And after we had a conversation with him, you
can either vote or move.
And everything. You got to tell all the business with some little threats and everything. But it's real. So the campaign to get this information out there, especially to young Black people. And I normally take him and 3 or 4 or 5 of his friends when we go.
Yes.
So not only does he know they're going to vote, they know we're going to vote.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I think it was serious. I think he was serious when he came down the stairs, but I think he knew we were serious when he went back up the stairs.
Yep. Mm-hmm. But again, yeah. But again, I mean, like you said, that's the seriousness of this, because it is frustrating. It is. I mean, there's times where I feel like just get it out, but we know we can't, because there has to we got to keep moving forward, and we know that election have consequences, and we know that if 2016 we wouldn't be in this place if something would have happened a little different. If people weren't, trying to make a point and cast some ballots for somebody they knew won't go win. But again, those people say they have to vote their conscience and they have to vote. But again, you're not making change. You're not making a difference. And so it is frustrating. But, and again, that's how quick people can turn too when they hear or someone says something. Because then you're already frustrated. You already kind of have, I don't want to say you even have an idea, but you have those thoughts. It don't take but a few people to persuade. And if you are in that circle, you're in that environment, if you hear it enough,
Yeah.
you just kind of you kind of fall in it. So
if you're part of the age group that spends 8 hours on your screen and screen time, like you're 8 hours doing this,
yeah,
and algorithms are how they are, then yeah, you're gonna get, if you don't have people in your ear telling you what's real,
yeah,
you may get caught up in that social media world.
yeah.
So look out for our young people. That's our job.
Yeah.
It's our job to make sure our young people make it across the finish line. So
and kind of like
them
we were
there.
saying, early on, you can tell now when there's a press conference or there's a rally or when someone covers one group is talking and they cover the other group is talking. It don't take, if you listen for just a few minutes, you can tell the one that has some foundation to it. You can tell the group that has some substance with it. You can tell the one that is just, they're not talking about, sharks and batteries and whatever else. Maybe, Lord, who knows?
To the line for 120 minutes.
Yeah. I mean, they're talking policy, but listen, so there's factual ways to, engage people and make sure that people are aware of what's happening. And that's what we have to continue to do is just give them facts. And it doesn't matter if they're talking to 1,500 people or that crowd grew today. It started out, no lie, this crowd started out at like 10,000. And the next time he said the crowd was 50,000. The next time he said it was 100. So, I mean, it just, if he kept talking.
Then he made it up to comparing himself to Martin Luther King's crowds.
Oh, yeah.
At the March on Washington, and Martin Luther King had 1 million, but he said we probably had the same, we probably had more.
Yeah, we had more than Dr. King.
So he had 1 million people on January 6th. He is still proud of that.
Yeah.
He's still proud of what happened on January 6th. He is not apologetic at all about that.
Nope.
Again, these people who say they ain't voting for nobody, that was one. So these people who vote for these third party, especially Jill, what has Jill ever won? And why do we think she's going to win a presidential campaign? She ain't even been a PTA president. She ain't been no mayor. Like, what has she won? What election has she won?
Get you.
She just keeps showing up. And we cannot keep falling for that.
And there were reports this
Greg
week.
is here. Greg, we were just talking about your wife and how amazing her Label Me King event was. So make sure you tell her we shouted her out.
And shout out to you, Greg, too, for all of the work that you put in a lot of work that day too. So, but there are, reports that Robert Kennedy Jr.'s finances are coming from one of the same people that are
that's financing
one of these.
Campaign.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So again, and I'm all for a third party.
Yeah.
I'm not.
The two-party system sucks, but if we look around the world at people who have more than two parties, they're suck too.
Yeah.
There's still corruption in 4, 5, 6, 8 parties.
Yep, it is.
But the time to do a third party is not during a presidential election.
It's not January.
What they do? What they've been doing since 16?
It's not.
What they've been doing since 20?
It's not 11 months before the election.
No,
because that's when all of them show up.
Right.
So if y'all want to have a third party, I'll go ahead and tell you how to get this together. On November the 6th of this year, after this election is over, start your campaign and run. And if you got some good stuff, I will join your party.
And North Carolina already has 4 that we recognize. So, I mean, it's not difficult. Oh, I do want to say, if you're registering to vote, the speaking of the different parties, No Labels is one of the parties that North Carolina recognizes. If you want to be an independent or unaffiliated, No Labels is not that. No Labels is actually a party. It's not like I don't want no labels, so I'm gonna check this so I can be independent. No, you want to be unaffiliated in North Carolina, not No Labels.
Yes.
or you want to be Republican, or you want to be Democrat, or you want to be Green, or you want to be Libertarian.
Yes.
So there is more than a two-party system.
There is.
But those other people got to get out here and do the work, because when it comes down to it, one of the two major parties, Republican or Democrat,
They always
is
win.
going to win.
Yeah.
So unless we see a lot more legwork, unless we see y'all win something else, can y'all win the school board?
Yeah, win
Can
something.
y'all win a mayor? I need to see one of these other parties win something else before we say y'all can be the president. Like,
Mhm.
let me know. Let me know what else one of these other parties have won. It's somebody on the town council. That's a Green party. Let me know. Just let me know. These are the things that we talk about when we talk about common sense things.
Yes.
Now, you want to poke your chest out like Roy Cooper. Roy Cooper said, I ain't never lost an election.
Y'all not finna miss my record.
Roy said, y'all not finna play with my record. I have never lost an election.
What he say?
So let me see some Green Party people who say that. Let me see some libertarians who can say that. Like, just let me know. Just show me, like, what. Let me know. I'm open. I'm open to it. I am registered unaffiliated, so I'm open to it. Greg, we're not voting for God and Jesus because they're not gonna be on the ballot.
Yeah,
they're not on the ballot.
And they already won.
They already winners.
They already winners.
They don't need our vote.
Yes.
So,
but somebody does need our vote.
Now, we love Jesus, we love God, and we understand that there's things that happen and they have all power. But faith without works is dead.
Mm-hmm.
You can pray until you faint, but if you don't get up and go to the polls, nothing is going to change.
Nothing.
And that's that.
Yes.
That's on baby Jesus, teenage Jesus,
mm-hmm.
and the grown man Jesus.
All of them.
The one with the bronze feet.
Yeah,
and the hair like sheep's wool.
Yeah.
Now we're not writing in Jesus.
Mm-mm.
We're not voting for God. We're not doing that.
Nope.
We're going to the poll either during early voting or on voting day. And we are voting for a candidate, a person that is on the ballot. Mm-hmm. Just so there's no mistake. That's what we're doing. Okay? All right.
All right. Yes. That's what we're doing. That is what we were doing. Yes, Trinette, we need a big push to the finish line. So we just need to keep head down, pushing forward, reaching out to people that we know, again, who may be infrequent voters, people who do we know that want to make a difference. And we know people that, again, we know the people that are not going to change. We know the people who, there's a group that probably nothing's going to change them.
And people know who those people are too, because everybody is on this, people whose issue is Gaza and Israel. Like, we know that they are protesting, but they're only protesting one party. Now, are we not concerned about everybody that is in Congress, who's sending money, who is with the United States and what we're doing? Why do we only see these protests on one side? We know protests. We know about protests. Wayne just had his court date. We can talk about that. Mm-hmm. Wayne had his court date last week for protesting. So we understand the importance of protesting. But you can look and see, and the protest that we go to, we're protesting everybody. We're protesting all the sides.
Yes.
Everybody. We don't show up at one party's event and just protest them, because we want everybody to get right. So let's think about that.
Yeah.
Why is it that we haven't seen any protests at the Trump rallies? And we already know he's been president. He's not a new candidate. He's been president. We know how he feels about Israel. We know how he feels about Netanyahu. We know these things.
He said that Gaza would make some good beachfront property.
That was his son-in-law who said that.
Yeah.
But he listens to Jared. He listens to him.
Yeah. Jared gonna be right back in them.
So again, we're gonna start with this the lesser of two evils.
Yeah.
Because you don't never hear them on the other side call they people evil.
Mm.
You don't hear that. Do you ever hear anybody say I'm voting for the Republican for the lesser two evils?
No.
We don't hear that. So we're going to shift this thinking.
Mm-hmm.
And we are going to get to work, Marguerite. Absolutely. We're going to get to work and we're going to do this. We got 88 days. So what is at least the one thing? What's the one thing that you're going to do? Exactly, Mark. People are scared to go to the Trump rallies. So that lets me know that you know the two sides are not the same.
Mm-hmm.
People know the two sides are not the same. Because if you're scared to go to one, but you're not scared to go to the other one.
That's right.
That lets me know that you don't think there's a lesser of two evils. That lets me know that you think one side is super evil.
Yep.
That you're not even safe in that space.
Yeah. So
again, we're not hearing this lesser of two evils anymore. We're debunking that. So if you hear somebody say that, go ahead and correct them. They know it's not the lesser of two evils.
Yeah.
They know it.
And ask them about it.
Again, one side wants to feed children at school so they can learn. Children who are hungry, they want to feed them. One side does not. One side does not, but they pro-life.
Mm-hmm.
They so pro-life that their one issue, their biggest issue is what a woman does with her body.
Yep. Yeah. And that's as a whole, Because if you're pro-life, you need to be pro-life to the end. You should care about your seniors. You should care about the farmers. You should care about children when they're 7, 8, 9, 10, public education, child care. You care about them when they get old, when they're middle-aged. You should care about them all the time because life is life.
Oh, and I do want to say, I know that there's people who say, what's her black agenda? What's your black agenda? What you want her to do? What are you gonna ask her for? What do you want her to do? You say, what's she done for black people? You can Google it. What did you want her to do?
Mm-hmm.
What did you want her to do? So again, we're not gonna play them games. Because what we know is when you put black in it, it becomes a problem. Ask the black farmers.
Mm-hmm.
Ask the black farmers who Joe Biden said he was going to give all this money to for all the years of discrimination that black farmers have gone to when they were not approving black farmers loans for more than a year, but white farmers was getting their loans approved in 3 months so they can go ahead and get their seed in the ground and get their crops done while black farmers were struggling waiting for the loan to get approved. But then this legislation came through that said we getting ready to rectify, we're gonna do some reparations for black farmers, and because you put black in it, white people said no. The white people who've been getting everything all along, the white farmers who won't have no issue with their loans being approved, they sued. They held it up. But this week, Joe Biden said, let the money go.
And this was different money though. The first issue did get shut down. Joe had to put some more money in. So this was a whole different. So the first time they sued and got all of that put, they literally stifled that money. They held it long enough to where they did not get all of the money they should have got. But Joe went a little different route this time. And Joe said, now we're going to release this money and nobody else is going to be able to come at it, sue, and do what they did. So they had to find another way around. So again,
the Biden-Harris administration.
Yes.
And this is when you say the George Floyd Policing Act, because a black man's name is in it, it's not going to get passed. So when y'all out here talking about what they do for black people, Google it. It's on the White House page.
Yeah, look at all the things they put in place and go look at the voting records of who shot it down.
Exactly.
So go look at the John Lewis Voting Rights Act. Go look at it and go look and see when they put it on the floor who voted it down.
And for everybody who's saying they all the same, they all crooked, the whole House of Representatives is up for re-election this time. Every single seat. So if you're tired of those people, vote them out.
Vote them out.
If you like what they're doing, make sure they keep their seat. Yeah. All 400 and something of them. Every seat. So this is the time to start over. If you really want to start over. If you just want to give us lip service, then that's another thing. If you really want to see change, every seat in the House of Representatives is up for re-election in November. And so we can't just keep giving lip service.
Yeah. And it's amazing. And I know we only got 3 minutes, but it's amazing how, again, what you said, people will say, what did Joe do? What Kamala do? What did they do for black folks? What did they do for black folks? I don't never hear that question asked to the other side.
And Donald Trump would tell you he did the most for black people since Abraham Lincoln. He lying.
He lying. But it's amazing how it's amazing how all he got to do is say he gave money to HBCUs, and that is parroted everywhere.
And it's not true.
People say he gave money to HBCUs.
Not true.
Not true at all. He took the money away.
Thank you, Alma Adams from North Carolina.
Thank you, Alma Adams from North Carolina.
Who we want to keep her seat in the House of Representatives.
Yeah, who brought that back up. He could, because Donald Trump was not going to give any money. He took the money out, and she brought it back up and got them $49 million. Joe has given
record amount, I think $16 billion now.
Oh, yeah. He done gave billions to everybody, to all of the schools. So again, it's factual. This is information that is not hard to find either. It is.
Google is your friend. Y'all Google everything else.
Yeah.
You Google what restaurant you're gonna eat at. You Google everything else.
Ask Siri.
If you're serious. If you're not serious, then just keep bothering the people who doing the work.
Yeah. Ask Siri. She know.
All right. So we started with politics. We ended with politics.
But unfortunately, we can't get away from it because
we cannot. Yes.
And like Trinette said, we need this big push to the finish line. So, I mean, we're going to have to keep, and this is everybody. We have to keep our families informed, our friends informed.
That's our job.
Again, that's our job, because when we know, we have to get rid of this misinformation and disinformation, because the journalists, the TV, they just sit there and let people answer and say what they want to say, and they don't question them. They don't push back. So we have to do it ourselves. But again, SiriusXM is where you get good information. So,
all right, it's time to disembark. So, I saw a meme this week, and it showed a lifeguard at the Olympics, and it said, "If you think your job is worthless, try being a lifeguard at the Olympics." Do you really think anybody in the Olympics gonna need a lifeguard? But he showed up, had his little lifeguard thing, and just to prove that I'm not worthless. I am worthy to be here. I am worthy of this space. So I just want you all to understand. I heard somebody say the other day, when your car's out of gas, we don't say it's broken. When it needs new brake pads, we don't say it's worthless. So we need to apply that same grace to us, to our bodies. Sometimes we get tired. Sometimes things don't work. Sometimes we can't do the things we used to do, but you are still worthy. You are not worthless. You are needed here. Your gifts are needed. There are people who love you and who are loved by you. So to continue to just walk in your purpose with your back straight, your chest out, and know that you're worthy to be here.
Amen. I like it. Trinette, channel 126 all day long from 7 in the morning. Well, it starts at 6. But you can actually begin calling in at 7. But from 7 until 6 in the afternoon, it's show after show after show after show. Every one of those people are amazing, have their own platform. So channel 126 on SiriusXM. And if you have the app, you can go listen to old shows. So pull up the app pull up the app on your phone. You can go back and listen to last week, listen to different ones. So they're good. Trinette, you would love Reese Colbert. She's
on Saturday.
Yeah, she's on a couple shows during the week too. Yes, 126. I made me forget my
disembark.
Yeah, you made me forget. I'm just gonna tell everybody to get off. Lost it. But again, yes, piggybacking on you, everybody is, that's what I was going to say.
You got it back?
Yeah, yes.
And I'm not trying to kick him off the platform. Like age, it comes. But I mean, you good. You
going to vote me out?
I'm going to keep you.
Yeah. And if y'all get together and try to pull something next week,
I'm going to keep you.
Yeah, I ain't going nowhere until the good Lord tell me to leave. That's what Joe said. When we hear all of the news reporters and pundits and everything, and talking about all the money that's being poured in, and when we hear sometimes the famous. We hear these people and their sides and what they stand for and what they do. We don't need to be intimidated, because no matter how much money they have, no matter how much fame they have, how much celebrity they have, no matter where they're at on this journey, when it comes to the equality of this, they only have one vote. We have one vote. So it doesn't matter how powerful they think they are, how much money they think they have, what they think they can buy. They only have one vote. So you are just as a powerful a person as anyone when it comes to this thing called voting. And we have realized that, in the Hebrew, the word for voice and vote is actually is the same word. So our voice is our vote. Our vote is a right that was given to us by God. So we have to extend that right that God has given unto us. So know that you have that same influence, and you have that same ability to make change. So know who you are, know your power, and know the power that when people come together.
Amen.
All righty. Thank y'all. Thank y'all for joining us again on this journey, on this voyage. Enjoy the next couple of weeks, and we will see you then.